Let's go.
Good morning and welcome to Wake Up Real Estate on a Wednesday morning, October 3rd. It doesn't feel like October here in Central PA. It's going to be like 85.
Nice.
But I'm not complaining. What's Working Wednesday? Got a lot of cool stuff to share. I know Ryan has a thanks.io direct mail example that he's going to share. The just listed justsold.com, brought to you by thanks.io, is one of the sponsors of the show. I have a couple of different things that I'm going to share on the What's Working Now front, including how we have literally jam-packed our financing specialist with phone calls on her calendar using a couple of different strategies. And I will share the video lead ad strategy that's working really well for Andrew Robinson that I have R&D'd. I'll be honest, the results from my R&D so far have not been nearly as good as Andrew's, but
Wow.
I think some of that is going to depend on a lot of different factors. Let's be honest.
Come on. We're talking about Andrew here.
Yeah, and Andrew's better on camera than I am, if I'm being honest. Like I'll show his video example. He's pretty intoxicating.
It's that furniture store, pedigree.
And Sean Connery.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's start with Ryan. Why don't you start with the postcard example, or do you have a? I don't know.
You have
a social post?
I don't, today? But I'm going to make my postcard a social post.
Beautiful.
So. I've been a one-track mind, Josh. Sorry to be Debbie Downer, but I just made this postcard in it looks like I need to adjust the image a little, which I'll do. But I just made this postcard in Canva. What I did was I used our favorite site, Mortgage News Daily, and I took a chart of the last 2 years of mortgage, right? So you can filter up here, just for anybody who wants to do this. You can filter from October to October, 2 years. And, 3.21% to 7.41%. I made that an image in Canva. I added some text. Mortgage rates are soaring. Real estate values could crash. I think fear is going to work here.
Okay.
Because so many people have made so much money in the equity of their homes. And it might not be nice. You can say whatever, but fear is a good marketing device, right? It sells. So, mortgage rates are soaring. Real estate values could crash. How could this affect you? So that's the image side. I just show some arrows showing the differences. And then the messaging on the postcard, which is not quite baked yet. I need to kind of make my imagery here on my branding builder a little more professional. I think this was a demo I did back in the day. But as you probably already know, mortgage interest rates have more than doubled over the past 2 years. Right. So joining the conversation in their head, Josh, what are all the headlines saying? Mortgage interest rates have doubled. This makes affording real estate much more expensive for most buyers. And a lot of people believe that's social proof. A lot of other people are thinking the same thing. We like to join what other people are thinking. A lot of people believe a real estate marketing softening could be coming. Important here, too, is that I'm not saying that. Right. I'm not saying that I think the market's going to crash. I mean, I'm implying it. But a lot of other people are saying that. If you agree that this is possible, knowing that probably half the people who get this think that their house is going to go up forever, and the other half are like, yeah, it could be possible. When they're reading your copy, you want them to be kind of nodding their head going,
right,
yeah, it's possible. If you agree it's possible and you're curious about what a buyer might pay for, I merged in the address today, text home sale analysis to this address. I need to work on the call to action. I think I got to get my iList account going, and maybe I'll just drive them straight to the iList link or something like that. So I got to work on the call to action. But basically, the messaging, as I've been talking about in social posts and stuff over the past few weeks, is, hey, with these mortgage interest rates coming, what this means is your precious equity could be at stake. Your home value could go down, and now might be the right time to get out before it's too late.
Yep.
So I'll get this out at some point this week, Josh, and by next week, maybe we'll have some results on the scan rate and all that stuff.
Perfect. And Friday, I promised yesterday and maybe even Monday, we'll spend some time on Friday going over the results from some of the different mailings that I've been sending locally with thanks.io, included one with the just listed justsold.com engine and some others, the scan rates and the activity that have come from that. So we'll do that on follow-up Friday in a couple of days here. I'm going to be very transparent here. I'm literally scheduling an appointment for Colleen for noon right now. Um, which it popped up on my phone, and he was available at noon. I want to get that on her schedule before I forget. Let's see here. I'm going to start with something that I've been talking about. We've been talking about a few times recently, which is sponsored messages. Messages in Facebook Messenger, and I'm going to start there because Ryan, can you see my screen?
I can. Yep.
Okay, so scheduled a sponsored message yesterday afternoon to start this morning. Okay, I created the sponsored message yesterday afternoon, scheduled it to start this morning at 5:50 a.m., something along those lines. And so far, we have gotten, I don't know, they started, golly, I can't even, 6:48. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I don't know, like 20 some. I have already scheduled several of them with Colleen, our financing specialist. Several of them are homeowners that I have set up to, well, I'll just show you, for example, this Shirley here. Shirley said, so the script, sorry, I'm bouncing around here because I'm excited and there's a lot going on. The script was first name. If we could show you how to buy a new home with zero money down, would you be available for a quick chat sometime this week or weekend? Okay. Which, by the way, the reason I'm using that, Mike has been scheduling a ton of appointments from just one of our V qualifier partners. Yesterday, he has scheduled like 23 appointments and sent another 4 or 5 back to the agent that are already either pre-approved or have a home to sell or whatever the case may be. Anyway, so if we could show you how to buy a new home with zero money down, would you be available for a quick chat sometime this week or weekend? Shirley says, keeping my house, only got 1 year and 3 months mortgage will be paid. I said, right on. Would it be okay if we keep you updated on the value of that home? And then I confirm the address, etc. So regardless of how they respond, unless they say, bleep off, there's a way that you can transition it, right? When folks say, not ready right now or something along those lines, when are you thinking about making a move?
Well, and the other thing you did there is when you respond to that in the transition, you're offering more value. Like there's something in it for them in your response whenever you.
Exactly. Yeah. And so I had that going this morning, and I blasted the buyer segment of my personal KV Core database. Yesterday, I did the seller segment. You can go back and watch yesterday's Texting Tuesday session with the script that I used there, which the email part of that went out this morning, and I got 5 people that replied to the email so far asking me for the marketing plan that's part of that offer. If you don't have any idea what we're talking about, go back and watch yesterday's session. So lots of activity this morning from 9 to 11. It was pretty wild, pretty fast and furious, and I expect it to continue. So sponsored messages, that's thing number 1 on what's working now, and I'm going to continue to leverage that as much as I can once a week, because the other thing is it's so cheap so far to get all of those responses. So far, it has cost me, bear with me for a minute, it has cost me a whopping $2.62. No way. 20 cents per conversation happening.
Well, I guess my question is, how do you get more people to run that message too?
Right. Well, that's where you got to create messenger style ads offering a niche property or promoting a specific property or a seller style campaign. And so I continue to test and iterate around those things. I think what I may try, I don't know. I'm going to something along these lines where I'm going to do a seller focused. I tried a seller ad to get people to message for a home valuation, and it worked kind of. I was getting conversations where people were hitting send message for like $13, but the engagement wasn't great. So I think I'm going to try a report because I know that this report as a lead ad works really well. 12 mistakes to avoid when selling your home. Okay. So I'm going to test that, and I'll share that hopefully next week on what's working now after I test that. But you've got to run campaigns to build that messenger database to then be able to put the sponsored message back in front of them. And the whole reason why this came up was the issues that had, around the 1st of September, around, man, that's a month ago already, with text message marketing, which some of that has kind of worked its way out and not been as big a deal as we anticipated. But eventually it is going to be more problematic. Carriers are, they don't want spam texting, and not that we're spamming, but there are lots of companies that are. If you want, we have a document for how to create messenger ads step by step, and we have a document for how to create sponsored messages ads step by step. If you'd like either or both of those, go to wakeup.realestate. Okay, go to wakeup.realestate and use the little chat widget that you'll find bottom right. Go to wakeup.realestate, use the chat widget bottom right, just ask, and Mike will give you those documents. That's probably the easiest because I didn't include them in the description below. I'll get those added there. But what I did include in the description below is this document with the information that I've been sort of teasing and promising around a video lead ad that's working really well for Andrew. Now, I think the last time we tried to play a video here, it didn't come through. So I'll click on it and I'll show you what the video looks like.
Yeah.
But you'll have to go to the doc and listen for yourself, because I don't think the audio is going to play through here for us. But here it's a reel style ad, and it's actually a Facebook reel that he sent here. It's a reel style ad. And he's running it as a lead ad, and he split tested that media versus a static image. And for him, in his market, he was getting leads at 1/3 of the cost from his video style ad versus the static image. The script is right here for you. Have you been dreaming about a new home in Cumberland County? And by the way, I tweaked the script for me in my market. Have you been dreaming about a new home in Cumberland County? With historically low inventory on pre-owned homes, it might be time to explore new builds. There are currently 191 new builds available in Cumberland County, ranging from 2-bedroom patio homes to luxurious custom homes in gated communities. I put together a curated selection of new build homes perfectly suited to any budget and lifestyle. Go ahead and tap the link below for instant access to the list of all the new builds available right now. Once you access the list, you can easily customize the criteria to find your dream home. Go ahead and tap the link in the description to get started. So that's Andrew's script that I tweaked for Cumberland County. And tomorrow, on tomorrow's Tech Tip Thursday, I'm going to show you how I made, or at least tell you, and maybe show you. It's been a while since I've screen shared my my phone. I'll try and do that, but we'll talk through the tools and how I created this version. That's a little bit different than Andrew's, but similar. This is a screenshot of what it looks like in Facebook. So thinking about building a new home, check out this curated list of new build homes tailored for your budget. Click below to get instant access, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So it's something for you to test and to consider if you're running lead ads or you want to run lead ads. The other thing that I'm going to, and Andrew's here. The other thing that I want to try, tying it into what we were just talking about, I'm going to run that video, but as a messenger ad. Okay. I'm going to try that video as a messenger ad so I can continue to grow my Facebook inbox for when I then do the sponsored messages. Man, that was a lot in a small window,
well,
but
that's what we're working on now, each of us.
Exactly. So that's what's working now. Ryan and I in the green room, just but before we hit the live button, we were talking about given the market conditions, doubling down on growing your database of existing homeowners. And so that I think you're going to see a lot on that side of the equation on these shows moving forward, using thanks.io, whether it's the just listed, just sold.com engine, or a postcard like Ryan had shared, or the examples that we'll share and update you on Friday that I've been sending.
You're giving me an idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, saying those two things together, we have a lot of e-commerce people who use thanks.io who actually send mail to their customers, and they get them to scan a QR code and go into a messenger bot in order to get the conversations going on the page. So that's one we got to test right there. So, check your home value, scan here, they go into the messenger, and then you can run sponsored at them after that. So we'll play with that too.
Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. Mike, because he's Johnny on the spot, or Mike on the spot, the messenger and the sponsored doc. So the doc that shows you how to run a messenger style ad, and the one that shows you how to create a sponsored message ad are now added to the description in YouTube and on the Wake Up site, wakeup.realestate, for those interested in swiping and deploying any of that. I'm going to create a couple of new variations and get those rolling and have them for upcoming What's Working Now content for you. But do you have anything for Tech Tip Thursday? I have 3 things that I'm going to touch on tomorrow.
You can drive. I don't.
Yeah. Okay. So
I'll get some popcorn. I'll bring popcorn and trail mix.
There you go. Get your popcorn ready. Speaking of get your popcorn ready, 49ers and Cowboys, and they're using Terrell Owens to promo. I think that's the Sunday night game.
Oh, is that tomorrow night? Is that a Thursday game?
Is it the Thursday? I don't know if I think it's the Sunday night game. I think it's the Sunday night game.
Okay.
Cool. Divulging into NFL. As always, the Wake Up Real Estate Show is brought to you by justsold.com, powered by thanks.io, and the virtual mortgage providers at NEXA Mortgage. Jordan actually just called me while we were on here. I think has an update on one of the clients. Ryan, what were you about to say?
I was going to say, we have a new number. Text HELP to 888-403-MORT.
We have a new number for you to text if you need help or have questions, etc.
Don't tell them why we have a new number.
Yeah, we can't figure out why the old number disappeared, but the new one's better anyway. It's 888-403-MORT. 888-403-MORT.
It makes it sound like we were doing something shady. I just accidentally deleted the old number.
Yeah, anyway. So if you need help on the mortgage side of things, or you want a second opinion, or need a second look, or whatever the case may be, you can text HELP, or quite honestly, you can text anything to 888-403-MORT. I forget what the numbers that Mort spell out are, but you can figure it out, I'm sure. Or just shoot me a message, private message, text, whatever. I can't remember when.
Yeah, it's on the site. You did Josh, you actually did a Wednesday mastermind about that. And if I look at the site for Todd here, let's put mine up.
Which, by the way, that video is part of the doc that Mike added to the YouTube description. So that video clip is in there.
So it's right around 9:21. If you look at the latest, it's right above the 9:21 show on the site itself, right there.
Beautiful. At 1 Eastern, we have our weekly mastermind. If you want to join us for a more intimate Zoom meeting session, you can go to wakeup.realestate/mm. Tomorrow's Tech Tip Thursday. I've got a couple of things that we'll dig into there, and then follow up Friday. We'll be sharing what's working on the follow up direct mail front, and some of the results there. Ryan is having too much fun with the StreamYard functionality. So with that said, we'll see you all hopefully later this afternoon, and if not, tomorrow's place. Sorry, we haven't gotten to it in a while. This is good. All right, take care, everybody.
All right, see you later.